No wizard that there is or was is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down.
No one mourns the wicked. Well, yeah.
I went to bed at like 9 a.m.
Try being biased in 2018. Oh.
X-Men 1, Journey, Future, Fast Pass, or whatever.
Just my opinion.
Welcome back to another episode of the pod, everybody. This is Lexi.
Sunidhi. Alexis.
Bray.
And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion!
Nobody.
And all of us. All right, well, welcome to another pod episode. It is the new year, and we, the friend group was a little busy, so we were not able to get together for our Christmas party during December. Yes. So it is now January 2nd, and we were having our Christmas party all together. Yeah. And so, that we've been hanging out since like 11 this morning, and now it's 11, so we've been with each other for 12 hours. We have been doing a mix of karaoke, playing games,
tomfoolery,
sleeping.
Oh, yes. Yep.
I like sleeping.
I think we have sang the Wicked Defying Gravity ending probably like 6 or 7 times by now. We've like dedicated parts to each other.
The riff is Alexis, the high notes are mine, Bray's on drums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bray's on drums.
Bray's on
I'm
percussion.
just vibing, dude.
Yeah, you know that boom, boom, boom part? That's all Bray.
Yeah, that's all Bray. That's all
Yeah.
Bray. You heard it in the actual movie. They hired Bray for
I
that.
think we have to acknowledge that this is the return of Alexis.
Yup.
It's been like
more than a year.
more than a year.
Actually, close to a year and a half, probably.
What do you want to say for yourself?
Explain yourself.
I loved that. That was a great speech.
I got nervous. You were all looking at me. I don't know. I work a lot.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is very
yeah.
true. Alexis, resident workaholic.
Got 2 jobs.
A
Yup.
single mom who works 2 jobs.
Yeah. I volleyball.
Oh, yes. Okay, so our topic for today is we are going to talk about our 2024 top movies that we watched, and we're going to, talk about them, rank them, and see what everybody thinks about some of the top movies of 2024.
Fuck the reboots, the reboot trend that is going on, how it is terrible, and how we need new original movies.
Yes. So first of all, Josh, before we get started on today's pod, we will be talking about movies, and there will be potentially a lot of spoilers happening, so just heed with caution before you listen to today's episode. Does anyone want to start with, a movie that was one of your top movies of 2024?
All right, Bray raised his hand, volunteered himself.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this for a long time, and now that we're in 2025, you're gonna have to remind me that we're in 2025. Because I keep on forgetting. So we're talking about 2024, correct?
Yes.
Okay. My top movie, theatrical release, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a tie between Dune Part 2 and Wicked.
Real.
Okay.
They are neck and neck.
That's actually really crazy that Wicked is the same as Dune for you.
Yeah.
Because you were obsessed with Dune, dude.
Dune is that series for me. Dune, I love sci-fi to begin with.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just enthralled with the world of Dune. Of course, Dune Part 2 was... I don't want to say Wicked is overtaking Dune Part 2. I feel like they're on a level playing field right now.
Whoa.
Because we all love Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dune's a little bit hard to get into for casuals.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
Yes, that is fair.
See, Wicked...
I literally only watched Dune Part 1 because...
You didn't watch Dune... Oh, never mind.
Girl!
Sorry. We were to watch it together. I forgot.
Yes, I only watched Dune Part 1 because we were going to watch Dune Part 2. And I binged the whole thing the night before, and it was great, but I was falling asleep. So, like, I think sci-fi in general does not draw in the general population.
Yeah.
The way that, like, Wicked did. But even though it's a genre I have, like, no familiarity with, it was, like, very entertaining. It was very, like, easy to get into, kind of. Explained itself very well, and it was engaging. And I think it was good that it didn't dive too deep into the sci-fi lore to, like, off-put the casual viewer.
Right.
I thought it was really good. Enjoyable.
I agree.
You agree?
Dune, I saw part 1 when it came out, and I was really interested in it. I always love, fantasy worlds that have been just, I really love anything that is just a new world to explore. I love seeing,
No, sorry. I'm so sorry. I was going to say Avatar came out in 2024. It came out in 23, right?
Yeah, Avatar was 23.
December.
But yes, I think I've said this before, especially about the Avatar movies, is that I love a new world to explore, and I love the world building behind it.
Right.
And Dune just has so much of that. Because you're on like a completely make-believe fantasy planet.
Yep.
Right? And so, I just think it's so amazing. And I really, really enjoyed Dune Part 2. I think I watched it twice. Once with my family and once with y'all, I think. And it was really worth it. I really enjoyed it.
Also crazy how my top 2 aren't Disney movies.
Ooh.
Are you a big Disney movie fan?
Yeah. Yes, I would say so. I feel like my childhood's very based in Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
My childhood is also quite Disney based, but like the movies that I watch like now as an adult tend to not be Disney.
Right.
So like the movies I give high ratings to are not usually.
What's your favorite Disney movie in general?
All time?
Animated. It could be anything.
Animated, probably.
My favorite Disney movie is Big Hero 6.
That is so real.
I'm so glad you said
Such a good movie. It's so good
It's
that
really good.
I literally have a Baymax jersey because Baymax is my favorite Disney character. Love
Big Hero 6.
that movie.
So fucking good. The characters, amazing. The story, amazing. The plot twist, amazing. Like, just great all the way around. And for the record, I'm a believer that not everything needs a happy ending. That movie needed and deserved a happy ending.
Down.
Oh, yes.
Not everything needs to be bittersweet.
The scene whenever Hito makes Baymax evil on the
was
island.
Crazy.
That
was actually fucking crazy.
An Oscar alone. Like, down.
Literally.
My top 2 favorite Disney movies are Big Hero 6 and The Incredibles, the original.
Incredibles is really, really good. Really, really good. Is that Disney?
Yeah.
Pixar.
Yeah.
Disney Pixar.
Disney Pixar.
But yeah, those are my 2 favorite. Okay, I liked Wicked more than I thought I would.
Uh-huh.
I'm happy.
Down. Because I had never seen the musical, never read the books.
Same.
We know this. So, like, Wicked, amazing. If it doesn't get an Oscar, it's rigged.
What?
I went into Wicked for my sisters because I did not gaff about Wicked. I did not care.
Ongoff.
I don't gaff about it. I went to it because my sisters wanted to watch it so bad. And song 1, I was crying, and I cried 2 more times throughout the movie. like I'm a crybaby, but also Wicked is just so good.
Right.
Enjoyable for a 2-hour, 40-minute movie. It didn't feel like it dragged
At all.
like maybe the ending scene a little bit where Lexi and I disagree. I think
I disagree. I disagree.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
I think Defying Gravity could have been cut in some places.
You said it was 20 minutes. It's actually 25 minutes.
The whole
Defying Gravity.
Scene, yeah.
25
minutes for a song. The like Spotify version is 7 minutes, but with all the added scenes, it's like 25 minutes. So that's kind of crazy.
Hey.
I know.
I think it needed every single moment that it needed.
I think so too. Here you go.
Well,
What exactly
I
do you
can't
think should have
comment
been-
on this because I haven't seen the movie yet.
I know. Alexis
However, 25 minutes is kind of crazy. But, wait, don't give me that look. But I haven't seen it.
Right.
So if I'm watching the movie and I see that, oh shit, this is pretty crazy.
If it makes you feel any better, I will be the first one to tell you that a movie drags. I did not feel like that movie was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It didn't feel like it at all.
It felt like an hour 30.
Sped through it. But I will say on my second watch, I was kind of like, okay. I think that might be part of it.
I watched it 3 times. It's so good.
The girls watched it 4 times.
Crazy.
In theaters.
I watched it twice.
I watched it first time, loved it. Second time, there were some parts where I was like, okay. But again, that's because I literally already saw it.
There's so many Easter eggs.
Yes. The second watch was very like, oh my god, look, I never saw this before. Or like, this is like predicting what happens later.
Like the wizard saying Omaha. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Well, yeah. or the slippers that Nesta were given were the silver shoes.
Yes, and encased in ruby.
Encased in ruby to honor the original novel and the movie. Yes. Great movie. Ratings.
Ratings of Wicked?
Straight up give it a rating out of 10. Go.
10 out of 10.
That's insane.
10 out of 10.
I did not think anything was wrong with that movie. I enjoyed every single second of that movie thoroughly.
You think?
And she's gonna fight you if you say otherwise. You heard that? I did not think anything was wrong with that movie.
The perfect movie, no flaws.
No flaws at all.
That's what a 10 is.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
So you're saying Wicked is the greatest movie ever put out into the world?
That is not what I'm saying at all.
You gave it a 10!
A 10 out of 10?
Yes!
You don't just give out 10 out of 10s? The movies that you think are good don't need anything else added?
I'm saying...
Bray takes his critiquing very seriously.
Okay, Bray is a much more harsher critique than I.
9.9. Leave that 0.1 for Bray to be like, oh, so it wasn't perfect. Okay, wasn't the all-time movie.
On a Bray rating scale...
Okay, bud.
On a Bray rating scale, 7.3.
On a Bray rating scale, I'd say a 0.3.
Yep.
You know, there's some room for improvement.
I'd add this. I take this out.
Yeah.
Do this and this and this.
There were some elements that I feel like could have been in the movie. Maybe some little sparks of magic in there every once in a while.
The color grading.
Yeah, maybe make it a little more colorful.
Yeah. So okay, on a Bray scale. My bad. My accent came out there for a little bit.
Don't write on that.
I will say, as a movie adapted from a musical, adapted from a book, adapted from a movie, adapted from a book.
Right.
Just say adapted, man. There wasn't much they could do. Like they very clearly had the bounds of the musical that they were adapting into a movie.
Right.
So they were kind of like, this is what we got. So if there's any issues with the plot or like specific songs,
take it up a corporate.
Exactly, like take it up the chain. Like, bitch, they can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
They can't take out something bad just because your niece thought it was funny when the goat like started bad.
And if they took out a song, people would
riot. Exactly,
riot.
people would riot in the streets. So there's only so much they could change, and they had to add content to make it like fit with the musical. Right. But I think that like adapting a musical to a movie is harder than it seems. I think they did really well.
I'm gonna give it a 7.9.
What the fuck?
You're joking.
No, 7.9, guys.
So that's the last episode of Just My Opinion. Today we have discovered the first wrong opinion.
So we've discovered the true extent of Bray's scale. When he was just praising this movie so much, saying it was one of it was even with Doom. So you're giving Doom Part 2 the same score then?
I'm giving Doom Part 2 a 9. That's
oh my god! What happened to being on the same scale? What happened to that?
Dune Part 2 is nearly a perfect movie.
No, I do agree with you actually.
So what is a perfect movie to you then?
Hold on a second. I would just like to say I haven't seen both of these movies. I'm just saying stuff to instigate because Isaiah's not here, so I have to do something.
Real.
That's all you want to say.
I will say your enjoyment of a movie is not directly correlated to how good it is.
Thank you.
So I actually do agree that I think Dune is technically a better movie. And I also agree that a lot of people enjoyed Wicked more. And yeah, so like, I understand your rating. It's just crazy to hear you say they're the same and then give Wicked 2 entire points lower.
So what is a 10 out of 10 movie to you then? I'm curious.
A 10 out of 10 movie.
Boring ass fucking Batman.
Is a movie that does not Okay, how can I explain it? There's an oomph to a 10 out of 10. I don't
give an example.
Example 10 out of 10 movie. Well, I've never given it a 10 out of 10. So close I can give you is Dune Part 2.
Okay, that's fair.
That's actually crazy to me.
What do you mean?
Because if someone asks me to rate something and I really enjoyed it, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought they did great. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Right. But you're saying it's the greatest movie ever alive. You give it a 10.
That's on your scale. On my scale, I'm just saying that it's a great movie and they need to go watch it.
I see what you're saying.
But, I will say this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my entire life, if I mean that.
Right.
But, if I just say it's a 10 out of 10, for me, that just means that it's a really, really good movie.
You're gonna hate my rating for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh my god!
But okay, we also have to take into account that everybody has different, taste.
Which is
and
why
stuff.
I would rate lower than you, but higher than Bray.
In
general.
There's also, things where I would be like, oh, I really want to see this movie, and somebody would be like, oh, it wasn't that good, but I'll go into the movie and be like, that was the greatest fucking movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, what did they see that I didn't see to make it so bad? And our opinions are so different.
Bray with Thor Ragnarok.
I thought Ragnarok was...
She got rid of that mic real fast.
Ragnarok was not a good movie.
What?
But I liked it.
I say it's good.
I say that it was not memorable to me. I watched it and I don't remember.
Need to get out right now.
I think it was a silly, stupid movie, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't think it was a good movie. I don't think it was that great. I don't think the jokes were that amazing. I don't think the plot really tugged at my heartstrings, but I enjoyed watching it. I watched it and I was like, oh, this is silly and fun.
We can all agree that Thor: Love and Thunder is dog shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That 100%. Even Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth said something about it.
That was more of just a crack movie.
Yeah.
You go in there, you didn't go in for the plot, you go for the laugh.
Yeah, but some of the jokes weren't even that funny.
No, the jokes pissed me the fuck off. Why were half of them about making actors naked? Half of them were about Zeus being a perv. So many of them were just weird, and the whole movie made Thor a fucking idiot. He was just stupid the whole movie. I think the himbofication of characters in popular media is so stupid because you can have more traits other than being buff and slightly goofy, and they reduced him down to being buff and stupid. I was like, Thor is more than this. Are you serious? It made me so mad. And I don't even fuck with Thor like that.
Okay, Bray, you are making emotion.
Have your hand up.
I will never, ever forgive Taika Waititi for neutering Gore the God Butcher.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell y'all.
You told this to me after the movie.
I was pissed after the movie. First of all, okay, stunning movie, beautiful, got it. But I think Marvel gave Taika Waititi.
I got Waititi mixed up with Waititi the other day.
Gore the God Butcher, which is one of the most powerful
villains in Marvel, right?
But also, I get why they couldn't, because in the comics, he is a symbiote, and they can't use symbiotes.
Oh,
it's Sony.
Oh, then why did they fucking use him? What?
And
different villains.
Its sword is a symbiote, and they couldn't do that, so they made it a real sword, which I get that. But I think Gore literally kills a Celestial. And we see him be just a dude in this movie. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I think.
And why were a bunch of kids the ones to kill him?
Oh yeah. That was insane. I wiped that out of my memory.
I think.
What even was that?
That movie was the movie that resulted in me in my declining faith in Marvel. That was it.
Yeah.
I feel I don't know if it was on purpose, but I definitely noticed after that movie, I was like, okay, Marvel, I get it. I started paying less attention to their movies and things they're putting out.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not trying to be messy.
I'm trying to. Ning Ning is the maknae at the end of the day.
Oh my god!
I'm not trying to be messy.
I think I'm not one of those people where the movie has to be exactly like the fucking comics, or else burn the fucking movie. You know?
Yeah.
I do think the comics and the movies are two separate things. The movies are adaptations of comics. You know? So they don't have to. They're not. The comics are not the Bible, right? So, but I think you just have so much potential with these characters who have so much backstory, who have so much lore, and
they have so much content to pull from.
Motivation as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just to scrap that and give us like such like the tip of the iceberg whenever you could have done something so much better than what you did. I feel like it's a missed opportunity. It's a mismanagement of time. And it's also the era of Marvel where they would start production without a script being done.
What?
Which they have always done.
I didn't know that.
That's where I thought where Marvel was being lazy. Because they knew that they have successful characters.
Yeah.
Right? And they took advantage of that. And we've really seen a quality dip.
Most recent Marvel movie that came out.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Before that,
yeah,
though.
never mind.
Before Deadpool and Wolverine was Wakanda Forever?
Whoa. That was a long time ago.
Quantumania.
Oh, Quantumania was February 2023. You're right.
Down to the month.
Wait, so that means they didn't release a movie for a whole year and a half?
I think we're missing something.
You have to be.
Because
Madam Web.
No, that's Sony.
Oh, they did Madam Web. They did that is Sony. What's the other one? The vampire dude. Morbius.
And
Marvel?
Yeah, Morbius is Marvel.
Also, they did a lot of TV shows.
They just released
What If?
Craven?
Yes, Craven the Hunter.
Yeah. I have not seen that. Have you seen it?
People say it's really good.
Yeah, my uncle went to see it.
You know, I've heard mixed reviews about that. It's 50-50. People say they hate it, people say they love it.
Well, my uncle said, this is just going off of what he said.
Yeah.
So I have not seen the movie, just preface this.
Yeah.
He was like, a lot of people were upset because they're showing the, like actual human sides of this guy because he kills, what does he kill again? Heroes? He's a villain.
Yeah.
He is a villain. And all he wants is like the trophies on his wall.
Yep.
And so they're showing him, like being a real person, but his only motivation for trying to kill Spider-Man is that he wants the trophy of his head on his wall.
Yeah.
So that's, the mixed reviews that he saw.
Yeah.
Was that people were like, why is he being so good? Like, why is he not just like killing people and like being
vibes.
Evil? Yeah. And it's because he just wants the trophies.
Yeah.
He collects them.
I haven't seen it. I need to see that movie to review it.
I also want to see it.
Okay, so since we talked about ratings and then segued, what do you think, off the top of your head, because I'm sure you can't track every movie, top and like worst movies, and then like what number would you give them out of 10?
Worst movies of the year, 2024?
No, just in general, to get a scale of your rating system that you can remember.
The worst movie.
Or we can do it 2024 if that's easier because we're rating 2024.
Let's do like.
I have to remember what.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We can
just do in general.
Worst
Recent
movies.
memory.
Dude,
Want to take it, babe?
Guys, I gotta say, Trap by M. Night Shyamalan
Yes.
is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen. I am a huge horror fanatic. I would say the most movies I catch in theaters are actually horror, and the most I watch at home are horror. Trap was one of the most interesting trailers I've ever seen, and I get to the theater, and it's just a giant ad for M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's music career.
Yes.
That is what the entire movie is. Like, genuinely, a fourth or fifth of the movie is her singing, and then it segues into her being a main character and acting, and her acting's dog shit. And it's just, they put all the interesting parts in the trailer.
Yep.
And then the rest of the movie, total snooze fest. The plot made no sense. This supposedly smart serial killer was like a complete fucking idiot. And it's just like, the plot was going nowhere. It was such a disappointment, especially considering how good the trailer was. I would probably give it like a 1.7, 1.3 something. It felt like a waste of money. I didn't want to be in the theater. I could have spent that time sleeping. Like, I genuinely feel like I wasted my time, my money, my breath, my energy, and like the limited time I have with my friends. Like, It pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad. So that is what, like, one of the lowest movies I've seen in recent memory.
Right.
Because I like all movies, and that'd be like a 1.3 or something.
Worst movie in recent memory.
Worst movie.
yeah, I don't know.
I figured you were gonna say Wish.
Oh,
Wish.
That's
dude.
another-
Okay,
okay.
Oh, you're right. Oh my! I will
You're right,
never
you're
get
absolutely
those 2 hours of my life back.
That's how I felt
ever.
trapped. It's like I will never get that time and money back. That's genuinely felt like.
Yeah, well, I went with my family because my mom is a teacher, right? So she always wants to see the Disney animated movies, so that way she knows what the kids are talking about and if they're, being silly or not.
Right.
And so we went to go watch it. What? The plot was so rushed. I felt like we were just, thrown right in. There was no exposition, barely at all.
Right.
And then it felt like 2 seconds and the movie was over. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And the songs sucked.
Yeah, like the villain song. Like the villain song. I heard the villain song. I was like,
Dude.
Yeah.
Who did the music for Wish?
No idea.
Not Lin-Manuel Miranda.
no, for real.
They needed
need
Lin.
that man back. Like in Moana 2, where everyone was like, yeah, the movie was interesting and the plot was good,
They
but
needed
the songs
Lin.
were just not good.
People said that the plot was the same.
Really? Well, I heard them. Well, I don't remember Moana 1 very well, but it was very it kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Like the whole point was that they were gonna leave the little village and go find other shit.
And
So I guess
go find
Moana-
more
yeah,
resources and
Exactly. So I guess Moana 2 was intended to be a continuation from the beginning. So I heard the plot was good because I guess they were working on it. But the songs were very poorly reviewed from the girls and my mother.
Yeah. Wish. Not good at all.
What would you rate it?
Rate it?
Yeah.
Probably 1.5 out of 10.
Damn.
Yep.
It was not. I will never
Well, I
watch
mean,
a movie again.
I mean, so trailers are very important for movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The trailer for that was just not.
That's a tone.
It wasn't
It was
good
literally
either.
not interesting at all. And so when I saw the trailer, and I'm just like, this is what Disney's putting out for their 100-year
Yes!
thing.
That was
I'm
the
just like,
craziest
okay,
part.
you had so much potential with different things that you could have done, or you could have at least put a little bit more time in it. Because first of all, the animated the style that they did was kind of
speak on it.
grainy,
Speak on it.
and it was just I don't know. It kind of just felt like when they were making it, they were lagging.
It felt unfinished.
Yeah, it just felt so
They had us in the first half because when the first pictures released of Wish, people were like, "Oh my god, Disney's doing 2D." Right?
Yes,
they're going back to 2D. They're going back to that
Hand-drawn
integral piece
stuff.
of Disney that made them who they are. That 2D animation, you know it's hand drawn, but then come to find out, it was not 2D, right? And the art style was just the art style. And I think we need to have a federal investigation into Disney's unwillingness to go to 2D again, and actually have a Spider-Verse movie, that type of thing.
And
Yeah.
the real gag is that around or after that movie was Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which was one
that
of the
was
best
such
animated
a
movies.
good movie.
Insanely good. The plot incredible, the character growth amazing, pulling in characters and plot lines from previous movies, keeping Puss's character consistent from everything we know from Shrek, and then growing him in his own movie. The art style, gorgeous.
The fight scenes
The
were
fight scenes,
amazing.
insane. The side characters being so developed, and Goldilocks' story making me tear up so bad.
We went
because-
to watch it and Lily was like, she had family.
I know, literally.
No, she saved it.
They were her family the whole time, and she wanted her family so bad. And the mama bear being even though her wish is to get rid of us, we're gonna help her.
Yeah, she was
Because-
just whatever you want, I will help
Exactly.
you.
I was like, what
because
the fuck?
even if you don't want me as your family, you're my family.
I was like, oh my god.
I feel like after that, Goldilocks was like, what the what am I doing?
Exactly.
And especially after
Especially when she had to
you
help
know,
her brother.
well, especially after, the dog was like, oh, you won was it the orphan lottery or something like
you
that?
literally won the orphan lottery. You got
And
the kindest, sweetest
after they
character.
quite literally kidnapped him.
Yeah,
and-
literally. Oh my god, the perro.
Dude, honestly, the
So
addition of
fucking
his
funny.
character
Loved him.
was showing that no matter how hard stuff is, you're always positive about
Yes,
things.
I loved his character too. Just all around amazing, and such a slap in the face to Disney's dog shit they put in a pile because they know fans will eat up whatever they make.
Yep.
Disney adults.
What other DreamWorks movie has come out
Recently?
recently? Oh, The Wild Robot.
I haven't seen
I
it.
need to see that.
None of us have seen it.
I wanted to go see it.
Like,
I asked to go
yeah.
see it, and nobody wanted to go with me, so I didn't go. I asked a group chat.
Oh, you do know that I don't go on there.
You didn't ask us because I would have gone with you.
Yeah, I don't think you asked.
I would have gone too.
I don't think you asked because I'm pretty sure I read everything.
I only go in the group chat when I feel like you guys are talking about biddies.
Oh my
God.
god!
Like I get grabbed. I
Sense
like
it in
no.
the air.
Literally, sometimes I would be like, I wonder what the group chat's doing, and then I'll go on, and then Sunny sends like a screenshot, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
the frick?
Maybe I didn't ask all.
I
I
don't think you
asked
did.
somebody.
I would have
You
remembered that.
didn't ask. I would remember it too.
Yeah, because I would have said yes because I wanted to watch it in theaters.
Yeah.
I asked someone. I don't remember who I asked.
Have you seen the
though.
Rotten Tomato score of it?
No,
Nope.
I haven't.
It's like the high
I saw-
90s.
Dang.
The trailer seemed really interesting.
Dude, every single TikTok that I ever saw of people in the theater freaking bawling
Yes.
their eyes out, dude.
Was
Like,
it based off a book?
I think so.
Is it on Peacock?
Is it?
might be. Do you have
Verb, I know
Peacock?
what we're doing
Yes.
today. What's your bedtime?
I don't know.
She said, "I know what we're doing today," as if the day's almost over.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
The music.
Anyways, okay, so
Yeah. Anyone else want to share
Going-
their lowest movie? Lowest rated
Lexi,
movie?
you said Wish.
Wish.
I said Wish.
I don't have one.
You don't have a lowest movie?
Like a movie that you literally felt was like a waste of time. Like you got out of it and you were like, I just wasted my money on a ticket, or I wasted my internet bandwidth, or like I could have been sleeping. Like no movie made you feel like that.
I don't know. Like,
Or just one that like disappointed you, one that you.
Yeah.
well, the ones that disappointed me, we talked about already.
So what movies were
Well,
you
because-
disappointed in?
well, we already talked about them.
Which ones? Which
Yeah.
ones?
Well, I mean, I didn't see Wish, but I watched the trailer and I was
Right.
like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
horrible. And then we talked about Love and Thunder, and I was
Yeah.
like, that one was. See, I'm not.
Funny but bad.
Well, I'm not a Marvel person, right? Like, I'm not
Yeah,
caught
yeah.
up with like the universe kind of thing. I'm more of like, if my mom wants to watch it, we'll watch it kind
Yeah.
of. So when we went to go watch it, I was just like, oh, I've seen, all these movies. I'm expecting like action and, with a little bit of comedy, because that's what Marvel is. They have like the comedy and then
Right,
the
right,
action and kind of stuff. But I feel like they were so focused on the comedy part that they lost
Lost a
Yep.
lot.
like
Literally
what they
lost
were
the
doing
plot, yeah.
to the point where I was just like, okay, it's funny, but what's the point?
Exactly.
Like what am I watching right now? Like, I'm laughing because I feel like some of these jokes are funny,
Yeah.
and also my sense of humor is so bad. So like, I laugh at a lot of stuff, but then there are some parts where I'm like, why is this happening? What is going on?
One part of the movie that pissed me off is whenever they made the ice cream shop of Thanos' glove
Yes.
I'm
Like the
on,
thinking. I don't know what you're talking
on
about.
New Asgard.
Yeah, there was an ice cream shop, and like the logo was Thanos' glove with the Infinity Stones in it. Where like
Yeah.
it's a world where so many people have died because of Thanos with the flame logo.
Oh, I missed that completely. I'm not remembering this at all. I think I blocked most of that movie out of my head.
It's just so bad to
You
a
know
point.
the worst part is I watched
upsetting.
that at home on the like living room TV with my mom sitting right there and like both the girls, and I was just like, that was a dog shit movie, and I watched it with my mom right there. Like what?
I spent $60 of my own cash for that movie. And
$60.
What'd you buy
Because-
for $60?
well, it was 3 seats for the Cinemark XD.
And you
Oh,
paid for
wow.
all three?
Yeah, for my uncle, my dad, and I. And I was so mad.
I was lucky enough that I went with my parents and they, paid for me, but
So mad, dude.
it was not worth my time. I'll say that. So we said our worst movies, best movies.
Yes.
Wait, did you say your worst movie?
I don't think so. I can't think of one.
Did you watch Madam Web?
Madam Web, Morbius.
Madam Web.
You
That's
watched
the
it?
most disappointing one.
I want to watch it just for terrible factor.
My dad said he didn't mind it.
Oh!
He said it wasn't terrible. He said it wasn't the best movie ever, but it wasn't absolutely terrible. That he still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
One of my friends,
But he's also like a he's
Like
not a
you?
super comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't hate on anyone liking a movie. If you like the movie, then that's even better for them, right? Because you love a movie.
Sure.
I see.
Don't give me that.
Okay, explain, Madam Web.
Madam Web, first of all, I think the good parts were in the trailer.
Oh.
It was Trap.
I would literally,
Part 2, the
Trap.
remix. Literally, you know how, like, whenever the other Spider girls come out in the trailer, like, they're in their costume, Sydney Sweeney.
Nope,
Sure,
I didn't even watch the trailer.
Well, the trailer showed.
Did.
The trailer showed them. That's like the only time you see them.
What?
All the scenes in the trailer is the amount of time you see them in the movie.
Oh.
I'm being dead ass.
What the fuck?
Well, that's not
I was
very...
kind of surprised when I heard Sydney Sweeney was going to be in that.
It's such a big name for a movie too. But you know what the tea is? Sony tricks actors who don't know shit about Marvel comics, like the Marvel universe, and they trick them by saying you're going to be part of the MCU.
And that's some like weird. Like,
but it's really the Sony universe, and they'll and.
Oh, I saw, the main actress being like that she hated it because they changed the script on her, like from the original one that they gave her. They changed it whenever she actually like signed on and everything, right?
And she was under the impression she was in the MCU.
Oh my god!
Isn't that fucking crazy?
I would be so devastated. Like, I'm gonna be in the MCU. Like, I'm gonna be a superhero in that. Like, that's so awesome. And then
you're in the Sonyverse, babe.
And it's a movie that sucks. Like,
and her ending, I heard, was super weird. Like, she ends up like hospitalized in a bed, and like all her limbs are missing, and she has a blindfold on or something.
Oh,
is it like that? One of my friends told me the ending was dog.
Also, the writing is horrible because it's so unnatural way of speaking in that movie. It's literally insane. Anyway, I won't go on too much.
So, on to good movies.
All right. Best movies from 2024.
Oh, okay.
What was your favorite movie, Alexis?
Well, I didn't watch a lot of movies.
Out of the ones you did watch. What was
Red One.
Red One? Okay, real. It was...
Because, like, okay, look. Yeah.
Red One.
Girl, did you not hear me when I said I didn't watch a lot of movies?
Listen, Alexis didn't watch Dune Part 2
Yeah,
or
I
Wicked.
didn't
There's
watch...
not a lot of competition.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's the only movie I watched
that
I remembered. Yeah. Because, like, okay, I like when movies, they take a common, like, genre or theme and they make it their own.
Yeah.
With Red One, they didn't stick with your original Christmas movie.
Dude, that's why I appreciate it.
They added, like, action, they added just, like a story. And it's not like you read about it and you're like, oh yeah, I've heard this story, I've heard these songs, I've watched these movies over and over again, they're the same thing. This one's completely different. It actually drew me in from, like, the trailer, and then watching it, I didn't get bored while watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Also, but, like, one of the main reasons why we watched it is because my mom loves The Rock.
Real?
So, whatever he's in, it doesn't matter if it's a show, it doesn't matter if it's a movie, if it's a cameo, something, he's there for like 2 seconds, we will watch it. Jungle Cruise.
Oh god.
I actually liked that movie. That was really good.
Well. That was an old movie though.
Yeah.
But Red One.
But I don't remember any other movies. Like, if y'all guys say a movie and then I watched it, I'll probably change my...
What are y'all's favorite movie of all time?
All
time? Impossible. Loki, it might be like a Bollywood movie that just has good rewatchability, good songs, good dancing, and like heartwarming
The
stuff.
Muppets Great Manhattan.
The Muppets Most Wanted. The Muppets Most Wanted. I revoke my answer.
The Muppets Great Manhattan.
I've never seen that one.
You said that.
You have said that
The
before.
Muppet Babies come out in it.
What?
The Muppet Babies.
It's like
literally, look, they're in.
Subway,
So basically,
like, grabbing your shoulder.
So basically, it's the movie where fucking Kermit.
You're so passionate.
Kermit loses his memory.
Shut up straight.
No, shut up. Kermit loses his memory, okay? And basically he forgets everything, and he becomes like this normal frog, and he finds like this cafe that has like a bunch of like rats working and whatever. Right. And he's like, I need to make money, yada yada yada. And then he goes there, but then he sees like a bunch of these frogs, and they're like business people.
Right.
So then he starts working with them because he's a frog, and he likes his job. He's walking or whatever, and obviously, Miss Piggy and them, they're like, we need to find Kermit, all this stuff, and they find him, and they're like, hey, you're kind of a big deal. Like you're a singer, you host a show, this kind of thing. But he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, you weirdo. And then he walks away and yada, yada, yada. So they're trying to figure out how the frick are we supposed to get Kermit back, right? It's a good plot, and I will die on that hill.
Okay,
We're here for you.
Most Wanted out of 10.
I loved that movie.
That's
a good Muppet movie.
Top.
I say it's an 8.5.
That's valid.
And I feel like the only reason why I wouldn't rank it super high is because I have seen everything else. So, it is not the same plot. I will say that. All the Muppet movies all have different plots because they always focus on like a character.
Yeah.
So, that's good. Like on this one, they kind of focused on, I wouldn't say Kermit mostly, but they focused on like Animal and Fozzie and Walter because the three of them were like, "You're not Kermit," blah 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 blah. So I think it was an 8.5.
Right.
But
You love the Muppets.
I love the Muppets. Thank you. I will die on the hill.
In a hard pivot, my favorite movie of all time is Interstellar.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yep.
I literally looked up a list of movies so I could see if like mine was on there for when I answer. Interstellar was on there, and I'm like, I bet you Braden's gonna pick this movie.
How did you know?
Because you've talked about it so many times.
Oh!
Like,
You do talk about it a lot.
you keep praising this movie. I need to watch it bad. I've never seen it.
I know, me neither.
And every time I say that, you're like, oh my gosh, you have to watch this
If you
movie.
are going to watch Interstellar, you need to watch it on the biggest screen possible with like surround sound, lights off, locked in, listening to every word. I'm not even joking you. Like literally. That movie.
Yeah. Is that a 10 out of 10?
That is a 10 out of 10 movie.
Oh!
Whoa.
Then again, it is my favorite movie.
Okay, yeah.
So that is your scale.
But Interstellar is very, I want to say, controversial in that it's either you hate it or you love it.
Okay.
Batman core.
Why? If I may ask. Without spoilers, because I do want to watch
Okay,
this
so Interstellar takes place in a nearing... Sorry.
No, you're good.
The world is dying.
Right.
And we must find another planet to inhabit or else we all die.
Yeah. You've told me this.
So, it's very science-based.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, I will say, trippy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to cling on to every single word in order to get it.
Oh,
interesting. I might watch
So it's very like hyper focused.
You have to pay attention, and you will.
Right.
It makes so much sense for you.
And you
would like really intentional movies.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
not get it on your first watch.
So, what if I watch it with you sitting there so I can ask my question?
Just watch.
And
That's the point.
it's that
Well, like after. I mean after.
Right.
this is
Yeah.
this is not
Your notes
it's
up.
not really a lot because my mom really cannot take science fiction to begin with.
Oh.
But I was watching it with her, and she said she almost passed out.
Okay, but is it like Dune level of science fiction? Or like the Martian level of science fiction? Or
Okay, so The
before?
Martian is actually one of the most scientifically accurate films.
Yes. That's what I mean.
So, but I think the only problem I have with The Martian is that you wouldn't get swept up in a Martian storm.
Okay, girl. It's made up.
Right, and I get that. Because, anyways, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I get it.
Interstellar is very like Martian.
Okay.
That type of that,
Okay.
but to like times 10.
Okay. I do want to watch it, and I would like you to be there if I ever watch it.
Girl, I'm already there with you.
Okay, sick.
It's on Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Bye.
Girl, I ain't doing shit.
Do you want to watch it tomorrow?
I thought you never asked.
Okay, sick.
I hope you. Sorry.
All right, so that's your best movie of all time. What about 2024? Do you have one from 2024?
Dune Part 2.
Okay.
and
okay.
Wicked.
Understand.
They're tied.
Yeah.
Got it.
They're
Got
Wicked,
it.
despite being rated extremely differently.
Yep.
Which is the whole point.
What about you?
Your favorite
What are
movie
your
of all
top
time?
movies? Go ahead and hold the mic.
God, oh, fine. Put down my crocheting.
Okay,
for...
then I'll hold
God
it.
forbid.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, let me pull up my notes. Okay. Oh, I fucking hated Despicable Me 4. Fuck
Ooh.
that movie.
Ooh.
Ooh.
1.4.
Ooh.
2.3.
It's a ooh.
Dog shit from ass. Terrible. Okay, I think Wicked was incredible. Dune is up there. I know you guys aren't into horror, but I thought Smile 2 was so good. Like, horror movies tend to be rated pretty low because a lot of them are super cheap. Like, the jump scares are just...
I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. Go on.
A Quiet Place Day 1 came out in 2024.
Oh, I need to watch it still.
I have not seen it.
That was a good movie. Moving on. Go.
Yes, I need to watch it. But
I'm so
a lot of horror movies just have cheap jump scares. The plot doesn't really make sense. I think Smile 2 was an excellent sequel. Way scary, way scarier than the first one. The only thing is that for some reason the SFX was so fake.
Yeah.
All the blood and gore was really fake. I don't know why. But really excellent movie. I would say that's in my top 5 of the year. Also up there is Dune Part 2. I think Dune Part 2 is above Deadpool and Wolverine for me.
Mhm.
Oh.
And I think Wicked is above both of them. Just because... and I pissed off 2 people with one sentence.
Who?
Her with Deadpool and you with Dune.
Oh, I thought you meant me with Deadpool and Wolverine.
No.
I'm fine.
Deadpool and Wolverine is excellent. Deadpool and Wolverine is interesting because
Don't talk about it yet. We'll talk about it when
as a non-Marvel fan,
That little thing, she just reminded me of Lord Farquaad and Shrek the Musical.
Yes!
Where?
Shrek the Musical, Lord Farquaad.
Where he's like...
He's on his knees,
Yeah,
but
he's on his knees and he's like this.
You see his little feet?
I love Shrek the Musical.
the pointed
There
nose.
is no 4. See whatever he saw. Number 3, my lord. Never mind. Keep it going.
Yes, Deadpool and Wolverine was good, but I had no emotional attachment to it because I've never been into Deadpool, Wolverine stuff. I watched Deadpool 1, it was great, and then moved on. But that one movie caused me to watch the entire X-Men series. I'm pointedly not looking at Lexi because I can feel the heat
Everyone,
of her glare.
everyone look away.
Yeah.
Or she won't bite.
She
Talk
won't
about
bite.
your favorite movie.
I'm talking. Damn, this is hard. I do think Wicked is way, way up there.
Yeah.
Because I just watched it and I think part of it is really that it's a musical. Musicals are so easy to keep thinking about and keep singing and they stay stuck in
Very
your
much
head.
so.
And also I have terrible memory and can't remember most of the movies I've seen. Ooh, there was one really good Hindi movie that came out, a Bollywood movie, that way surpassed any of the other ones I've seen. It's called Yodha. And it's about it's about this cop. I know, propaganda. Oh, you found the Lord Farquaad thing?
It's
Exactly it.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I would say, in recent memory, Wicked, and then Dune 2, and then The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Wait, that's 2023.
November.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. Do your 2024 favorite and your overall favorite movie.
It's a
I can't do
big,
that.
bright, beautiful world.
I think my
but not
2024
for you.
favorite movie I've seen in theaters actually might be The Fall Guy.
Real.
Lexi.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, I love Shrek the Musical.
Shrek the Musical?
Peak. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going with The Fall Guy for
Okay.
my number 1 movie of 2024.
Y'all like Twisters.
I liked Twisters. I thought Fall Guy was way better.
I see.
I liked Twisters because of who was playing the main
Glenn
characters. Both of them. Daisy and Glenn. Daisy and Glenn.
I see.
The two of you? Girl.
Raw. Next question.
What? And that's why I like Twisters. I liked it. Normally I'm not for those kinds of movies, but
You
Glenn
said it kept you on
just-
your feet.
it did. It kept me on my toes the whole time. I was,
Yeah, you were entertained.
I was entertained.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Glenn Powell had an interesting face to me. And that movie, he was so good. But then I see him like on the red carpet, and I'm like, oh, that's him. Oh my god, the guy in Twisters is Superman, and he's so fucking fine.
Oh, David Cornsweet.
He is so hot. I love him. I like his portrayal of Clark. As far as we've seen him, like his portrayal of Clark Kent.
The mop.
I think that Henry Cavill's Clark Kent always looked too cool. I think
that's just the aura Henry Cavill has.
Yeah, Henry Cavill has too much aura, and he unfortunately did not suppress it while playing Clark Kent. He's a great Superman, but like I thought the whole point is Clark Kent is like a weird little guy.
Don't get me started on Man of Steel.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Pookie,
we don't watch DC movies.
Watcher. No, anyways, the new Superman, I think he looks really good and like, regal and fancy and threatening and intimidating as Superman, but I also think his like portrayal of Clark Kent is really good. Like oversized glasses, oversized jacket, like he looks hunched over and shorter. He looks like awkward and clumsy, and like he doesn't look like dork. Everyone's immediately falling in love with him. Do you know what I mean?
He gives dork.
He gives dork, which is like some people's type, but not everyone's. It's mine. But I very much like him. I like how he plays Clark Kent in the trailers.
Any other favorite movies?
Final thoughts. The Fall Guy, amazing. Ryan Gosling, love of my life.
Yep.
I thought he was okay in Barbie. Then I watched The Fall Guy, and he's just incredible.
Right.
And then I watched The Gray Man, which he is insanely good in. And I just think he did so well in it, because I think there's like a trend in like love interest being these goofy idiots, which I don't like. I like competent men. And he's interesting because he is very silly, but he's so good at what he does. And like all his roles, he's like so loyal.
Yeah.
Or maybe just this movie. He's like so loyal and so good at what he does and so devoted. It was really hot. And the plot was fun.
Oh. Were those your closing thoughts?
Yes, that's my closing thoughts. Go watch The Fall Guy and then watch The Gray Man and then try to tell me you're not in love with Ryan Gosling.
And then queef in the theater. Moving on. Go.
Moving right along.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my 2024 top movies.
Oh, I wonder what it is.
So my second favorite was Wicked.
Okay.
Yeah. Third well, no. Let's put Wicked at number 3.
Okay.
Dune is at number 2.
Okay.
And number 1.
Who
could have guessed?
Who could have guessed what it would be?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
The loves of my lives. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, right? Deadpool also and Wolverine also my top 2 favorite superheroes like ever. I think I really love the regenerative healing factor. I think that's one of my top favorite like superpowers that you can have. I mean, I think I just like the doomedness of them being basically immortal, and them being immortal together. Just that movie,
big Spidey
10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah,
I loved that movie so much. I thought it was a good mix of comedy, action. It was obviously very Deadpool. They're in the MCU now, but yeah, I like that they're now part of Disney, but they still allowed Deadpool to be Deadpool, and they didn't tone it down. They did a little bit, but exactly, because if they had changed the character, I would have been so mad.
That would have been really.
He's very much the same sarcastic, like R-rated, mature,
Zesty.
not mature language, but immature guy. He's always there.
Disney jokes that he made, offhandedly, like, oh, we're part of Disney now. We can't say that, or like stuff like that. I really enjoyed those parts as well.
He's Marvel Jesus.
I thought that was so silly.
The entire searching for a new Wolverine scene.
God, that was so good.
Funny. Oh my god, the casino Wolverine, the Henry Cavill Wolverine.
Yeah.
Cavalrine.
Yep.
Yeah, Cavill.
Let me just say, I did not know I needed to see Henry Cavill as Wolverine.
Right.
When I saw him, I was like,
holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I sat next to my mom when we watched it in the theaters, and when Midget Wolverine came out, she absolutely lost her shit. I've never seen that woman
laugh that hard.
Yeah, she was crying.
I know. I thought it was such an interesting way to play into the multiverse.
But not for you.
Yeah, 2024. one of my top movies, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
I went to the theater to watch that like 4 times, I think.
Yes, you were obsessed, girl.
Dude, I still am. My Deadpool and Wolverine / Hugh Jackman / Ryan Reynolds folder on TikTok has the most videos out of all of my folders.
She has a collection. That's how insane.
It's mostly just
folders on TikTok.
Yes, I've saved.
It's like collections of
Girl,
your saves.
Girl,
you knew this.
on this
Girl.
I just go
save.
oh hell.
Crazy.
No filing system, just vibes.
Dude, no, it's mostly Hugh Jackman edits, but it's a
Like whenever you save something, it'll tell you at the very bottom, add to folder.
yeah,
Add to
and you have to click that.
Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool with Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
Oh my god, don't even.
I will combust.
How are you just now learning this?
I enjoy.
I don't know.
a
That's
good
because I'm on TikTok
Wolverine,
a lot.
but I am a Spidey Pool enjoyer at the end of the day.
When
I see.
I am way into Spidey Pool.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, but movies of all time.
Yes, please tell us.
So there is 3 that I want to talk about.
Okay, go.
First one is Free Guy.
Never seen it.
Okay, yeah.
The one with
The
Ryan
one-
Reynolds.
Yes, Ryan Reynolds.
And
There's a recurring theme here.
What are you talking about? Another movie that's slightly older, that is one of my top movies of all time, The Devil Wears Prada.
You like that movie?
Girl, what? Yes?
The first time I ever watched that movie was with you.
Yes, because I put it on while you were getting ready for bed.
Seen it.
Yeah, I put it on while you were getting ready for bed.
Lexi.
And then you came up and you're like, well, what's this? And
You
then I
like The
passed
Devil
out.
Wears Prada?
And then I watched it by
You
myself.
don't? What? Or you do?
No. I'm just saying,
I will-
you do not strike me as someone who would like The Devil
Me
Wears Prada.
neither.
What are you talking about?
Because I know that you don't really like rom-coms or like that type of like,
What?
or like not rom-com. I'm talking about like very pop culture-y,
Is it
like
a chick flick?
pivotal. Yes,
I don't know what
it's
it
a
is.
chick
It's kind
flick.
of like a coming of age almost.
It's a coming-of-age
but like
chick flick.
for a woman in her 20s.
I am stunned.
Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway are some of my top, female
love Meryl Streep.
actresses
She's
ever.
amazing in
She's
it.
amazing.
Yes.
Also, Emily Blunt. It's like
Yeah, she's
one of
also
her
in
very
there.
early movies, and she looks amazing in it.
How do you spell Gabbana? From
It's so cute.
But-
I loved Emily Blunt's character. I honestly thought she was so real. If some new upstart came into my job and started like showing me up, I would also be.
she goes, I don't eat, and when I feel like I'm
Yes!
when I'm about to
Oh,
faint,
and
I
I
eat
eat a
Cuban
block of
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
And she was so upset she couldn't go to Paris. I really liked Emily Blunt's character. She was meant to be a bitch, but I liked her.
But yes, I can put that movie on from any point and sit down and be captivated by it.
Yeah,
I love that
I am-
movie.
my mind is blown.
I'm surprised
I
you're
am
so
so happy right
surprised.
now.
And the last one will not be any surprise to any of you. I have watched this movie
Oh, I know
so
this
many times, so
Come
many
on,
different
guys.
occasions from any point in the movie. And I
You want
was
to let them guess?
I was devastated when we got rid of Paramount Plus because it was only on Paramount Plus for free and I couldn't watch it anymore.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yup. Dungeons and Dragons Honor
The
Among
Dungeons and
Thieves.
Dragons movie.
Dude, whenever that trailer came out,
The newer one?
yes,
Yes,
the one that
the
came
one-
out in 2023.
The one with Ryan
March.
the bard is
What's
like
his
the
name?
main character, the leader.
Chris
of the gang.
Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Anyways.
I wanted to watch it after I saw the trailer.
It's
Dude.
really good. I was like gripped, like invested. Like I didn't go on my phone. Like I was locked the fuck in. It was really good.
I will give you that. Dungeons and Dragons is good.
I went opening day to see that with my family. We loved it so much. And then whenever I found out that it was on Paramount Plus, dude, I watched that movie like every day, every week, at least once. It was just like on in the background.
Yeah.
It's like
I
your
don't-
comfort movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
comfort
very
movie.
much so for
I
you.
don't movie like you. Like I watch a movie and I'm like, okay, that was nice, and I move on. I very, very rarely rewatch movies.
Yeah.
I don't rewatch movies on my own ever.
It's not a
Like-
movie, but do you know how many times I've seen Shrek the Musical?
I love that.
You know, musicals are different, but I do re-listen to musicals.
But you don't, you've never been a movie girl.
I've never been a movie girl.
Are
I
you
don't.
more of a show girly?
I am
Very.
a show girly. I'm a very big show girly. Long, like 20 episode seasons, like 7 seasons. That's my shit.
like shove
like,
it down
I-
her throat.
Exactly. Like it's on in
Need
the
it now.
background while I'm doing anything. But I don't rewatch movies on my own. I only rewatch movies when I'm like telling someone you need to watch this. So I don't think I've had comfort movies, but that was a really, really enjoyable movie. I will say, I have watched the X-Men movies an ungodly amount of times, considering I only discovered it this year. And I've already watched every movie like 3 times.
But yeah, I used to put that movie on any point, anytime, because as someone who plays Dungeons and Dragons, and that is like what I'm obsessed with. See me spacing out? I'm probably thinking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You can tell in the movie when they rolled a nat 1 or when they rolled a nat 20. And it's just so cool to see like some of the little jokes that happen, because you know that would be happening like at the table if you were actually playing Dungeons and Dragons. And some of the stuff that happens too, you're like, dang, that's a creative solution to the problem set up.
Right.
And that's how it actually goes in D&D too. I think that's why I like it so much, because it's such an accurate, like, theatrical representation of what might actually happen during a D&D campaign.
Kind of off topic, but I was at Barnes & Noble the other day, and I saw these romance books, and one was Dungeons and Drama, and the other was like Dinner and Dungeons, or like Dinner and Dragons or something. So it's like 2 romance books based off Dungeons and Dragons, where it's like I know, I was like, it's like they're about these characters who are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
And you didn't want to send a picture to me?
I'll find it.
You want to holler at the girl?
They're very easy to find, but it's like one of them, this girl moves to a new school, and to make friends, she joins a Dungeons and Dragons group, and they're like playing, but their rule is like they live stream it, and you have to like be into the role playing, and there's no dating between the members.
It's me,
Fiona. It's me.
Okay, Shrek. That sounds so cool. I do want to read that.
I thought it was totally your style. It looked really cute and like. Guys, you know what we need to do?
What?
When is our Barnes and Nobles trip? I have money I need to
Well, I mean, we could have gone today, but somebody doesn't like going out in public in pajamas.
Okay, but...
I know. We go out to a cute-ass cafe that opened 4 days ago to get drinks and snacks, and this dude stays in the car with the windows cracked because he's wearing PJ pants and a shirt. Mind you, all 4 of us are wearing PJ pants and a shirt.
Yep, and we all went inside. Except for Bray.
That's y'all, though.
Girl, who's gonna see you?
A reputation to keep up.
Girl, who is going to see you that you care so much about for them seeing you in plaid pants?
I just don't like me going out in public in pajamas. That's just something I don't do.
You know, okay, so next hangout, you're bringing an outfit appropriate for public.
Yes.
So if we decide to spontaneously go out, you can join.
Of course.
And then you can be surrounded by 4 people who look like hobos.
Well, yes.
Walking around in our sweats and shirts.
I know it's today.
Okay, so.
It's a day.
What was our topic?
Getting back to our topics.
Let your freak flag. Sorry, go.
That's a good song.
Go.
We have each said our least favorite movies and our top favorite movies. Is there anything else that anyone would like to add as some last closing thoughts before we?
No, we're going for another hour, babe.
Yeah. How do we feel about the reboots and sequels and the lack of original movies?
Story of my life. Sorry,
guys,
go.
Shrek the musical. This is our musical episode.
Promotion.
Yeah.
This is it. We're finally having our musical episode.
I would die on that hill of Shrek the musical, dude.
Such a good actor. Never seen it.
Did y'all guys hear about SpongeBob the musical?
Yes.
Nope.
No.
There was one song, or I forgot what it's called, but like this one lady, she was just like, "Daddy, money, money, something in the air." Yeah, hold on, I will pull it up because the vocals she had.
All this for SpongeBob.
Vocals down.
How do we feel about the epidemic of Disney live actions and sequels?
Lexi, you want to start us off?
I think they need to come up with something original. I don't care if it's animated. I don't care if it's live. They need to put effort and time into it, because they did Wish, and it didn't come out great.
When was the last
and
original?
they've just keep making
Wish
live actions of already made movies, already made stories, and then they come out with these live actions, and yeah, they're good, but like, people already know the story, they already expect what's gonna happen.
So what's the point, right?
And like Cinderella has been done so many times.
Okay.
I agree.
Dare I say, Beauty and the Beast is the best one.
Beauty and the Beast is pretty good.
Of the live action?
Live action. And Cinderella was pretty good too.
I liked the Aladdin one.
Aladdin was good.
Aladdin was excellent. I will say, I love Speechless as a song. I just don't understand it because it genuinely did nothing.
Yeah.
It's in the Broadway, that's why.
But she sang the song and then just got trapped as usual. I love the song. I loved her character growth and understanding that she wanted to speak out for herself and like live her life. But then I wish that impacted something. I just feel like there wasn't an impact.
How did y'all feel about Will Smith as a genie?
I didn't think it was bad. I thought he did,
Did what he could?
He did pretty good.
I thought that he did really well with what he was given.
Yeah. Living up to Robin Williams' name. You can't...
You can't just erase,
he didn't even want to take the role of Genie. I saw an interview that he was doing, and he was like, I didn't even want to at the beginning, and they asked me 3 times when I finally said yes, because he knew what shoes he was stepping into. And, of course he's never going to live up to the performance that Robin Williams did. That was so amazing. But he did the best that he could, and I think he did a pretty great job.
I was surprised at the level of emotion he reached, because I feel like the genie's always been a character who kind of hides his sadness, because obviously it fucking sucks being trapped in a lamp. And Will Smith plays the jovialness very well, which we know, it's a character he's known for playing. But I really liked the switch up at the end when you see how really sad he is. And I did like his cute little romance side plot with the princess's maid. I thought that was really cute and gave him a little more flavor. So I think he did really well with the giant shoes he had to fill. And what can he do? They're the ones writing the script and the songs.
Right.
That's not really up to him. And I think his voice fit well.
I agree, but
he ate on
overall, I think that the live-action remakes need to stop.
Yeah.
You know what else?
You guys see Mufasa?
I have not.
I got a full plot summary from Ali.
You did it to my brother.
That's right, he's my brother. Okay, Lynn, we hear you.
I never saw the movie. I didn't know that there was a movie coming out, but that song popped up on my For You page, and I was eight. It
was stuck in my head.
I will say, I feel like those live action remakes are so risky. Because think about it.
Yep.
If I'm the studio and I'm going to make a live action remake of a highly beloved animated film, and if I want to take any creative risks that will probably piss people off, just like Mulan, for example.
Getting entirely rid of the dragon. What the fuck?
Getting rid of the dragon.
No songs.
Thank you.
It was very serious. For a Disney movie, I understand if you want to be true to the legend of Mulan, but you promoted it as a Disney Mulan movie, and everyone's gonna expect it to be a musical, and not just war movie.
Right. And that came out during the pandemic.
Yeah. When nobody wanted to go to the theaters or anything.
Right.
Yeah, and then to come up with more unoriginal slop. It was just kind of wow.
I didn't even see the Mulan movie, I'm gonna be honest.
I think that if I was a producer, if I decided to take inspiration from a Disney movie, I wouldn't do a live action of something that was already made, because you have limited creativity with that.
Yeah.
What I would do, what they did with Mufasa, is that they took backstory.
Yes.
They have this so much more opportunities to make a story to lead up to a movie that we've watched when we were kids and all this stuff. So if I was a director, I would rather produce something that nobody's ever seen. Oh, you want to know the backstory? Boom, I'll give you that. I'm not gonna do I'm not going to recycle something.
Right.
Because there's only so much you can do with the movie that already exists.
See, I also like whenever they take, like you just said, but they take another character from the same story and they do it from their point of view.
And that's that.
All right.
Mic drop, but don't drop it.
Exactly.
That being said, thank you everybody for coming to our pod episode today and listening in. This was our last, Last episode about 2024.
Yep.
First episode of 2025.
That's crazy.
How many
Yay!
years have we been doing this?
Like,
2022.
dang. That's crazy. Well, we only released like 4 episodes
Yeah.
per.
And I've been in like 2.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to today's episode. We had lots of fun debating movies, talking about our likes and interests, our rating scales and such. So for one last time, thank you for listening to our podcast. This was Just My Opinion. Bye, guys.
I went to bed at like 9 a.m.
Try being biased in 2018. Oh.
X-Men 1, Journey, Future, Fast Pass, or whatever.
Just my opinion.